Hi, this is Rich and Chris from Retro Sanctuary, and today we're going to attempt to complete Hagane for the Super Nintendo. This is an arcade action game released in 1994. It's actually one of the rarer games for the Super Nintendo, I believe. I was fortunate enough to find it fairly cheap about a decade ago, but the chances of that happening now I think are pretty slim, to be honest. Now, you've played it before, haven't you?
I've had a small experience with it, yeah. It looks interesting.
Yeah, so you ready to try it out then?
Yeah, let's complete it. Let's go.
Right. So anyone familiar with Shinobi 3 shouldn't have any problems picking up this game quite quickly, because there's definitely some clear influence in there, I would say. The game gives you a bunch of different weapons that you can use. So you can choose between a sword, kunais, a grappling hook sort of chain weapon, and there's also some bombs as well. So you can swap between them, but the kunais and the bombs are limited, much in the way that the shurikens are in Shinobi games. The game also gives you a lot of quite elaborate kind of moves that you can pull off by holding down one of the trigger buttons. They take a long time. They do a lot of damage, but they have a long startup time, so they're kind of quite difficult to get to work right. Definitely one of the better arcade action games on the Super Nintendo, I think, this actually. The Super Nintendo's not generally known for these kinds of hardcore arcade action games, really, I would say. It's more the domain of the Sega Mega Drive, I think, personally. What would you say about that?
Yeah, no, definitely more Mega Drive-y.
Yeah,
this is a definite Mega Drive type of game, really.
Yeah, it does have a sort of Mega Drive feel to it, but
yeah.
with like, you know, Super Nintendo style colours and art design, really.
This is a bit different.
Yeah, make sure you stay right at the back of the screen on this section, because it's actually much harder if you're further forwards. Obviously,
yeah.
You have time to react. Oh, bit close there. There's going to be another one where we just blunder our way through the game, I think.
Like every week. Ah, Mr. Clever.
Yeah, it's going to get me killed, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're.
I wanted to do it with one punch.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to show off. Yeah, I know.
It's a good gameplay mechanic, the old wall bounce, actually.
Yeah, I like
it.
Can you stand on that?
No, that one hurts you.
Oh, another guy.
Right, this one has a weak spot that opens up.
Right.
And then fires shots out of it.
Like that, straight.
Yeah.
And now I can hit. Oh, ow. Oh, I'm on last life.
Might be an idea to just hit it with the special move then.
It's not dead. 3 special moves? Oh, yeah, shit. I tried to slide. 2 flip. No, not that one, it's weak.
It's probably more powerful than the sword, but...
Yeah, but you only get one hit, whereas sword can do multiple hits. Slide, that's it. Nice.
Oh.
I was going to say, it almost looked like you meant to do that then.
Well, I did. Then I walked into a freaking laser.
Freaking laser beam.
Oh god, the time's running out.
5, 4,
Yeah,
3,
fuck, we got to do the whole thing again.
2, 1. Game
Even
over.
that punch move must have been worthless, you know. Oh, we've got 0 lives as well.
I don't know. I'm gonna cheese it. You
Just
watch.
hit it with the sword.
Nah, mate, I'm gonna fucking cheese it. Oh, he doesn't do it the first one, does he?
Cheese what?
Can you hit the?
Just hit it with the sword.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not.
It
easy.
hurts you.
Yeah, it would do. If you run into it, we're gonna die probably, aren't we?
Nah, not this one. I'm gonna do this time. Shit. I'm gonna time out.
Yeah.
Unless he comes down there, I'm gonna. That's it.
It starts us from the second level anyway. So
Oh right, that's all right then.
these are the bits that really remind me of the NES Ninja Gaiden games, actually, because they have bits with moving platforms that you got to hold on to like this.
Yeah. dive through one of them, but not two.
Yeah.
That one you can. You can dive through it. There you go. Jump.
Oh.
Nice. That takes a whole 10 seconds to do that move, you know? I mean, I haven't touched it yet and I've already lost 30 seconds. Can't be fair.
He doesn't take many hits. We must have just been screwing up.
I'm down to the last 30 seconds. There's nothing I've done wrong.
It's probably nearly dead then. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We must have had like 2 more hits or something on those other ones. This is a poorly made spaceship, isn't it, really, considering there are loads of balls that you can't actually get from one place to the other unless you destroy them.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like to live in like a, or you know, even be transported in something where there's just like lasers above your head everywhere, you know.
No, what if something goes wrong, you know?
Yeah, you'd always
What
be
if the AI goes wrong?
you'd be like, oh, we've got this security system, but you'd always be looking up thinking there's a massive laser above my head in every corner. You know?
Oh look, the Nintendo's rotational hardware.
Yeah, background rotation effect.
No! Yep, I rotated through it. One up there.
Yeah, this is like the only section of the game I think where you actually need to use this grappling hook.
Oh, the grappling hook can do that.
Yeah, and I think you have to use it there as well. I got through the whole game, and then I got stuck here for ages without realising because the grappling hook's generally not useful except for that one spot where you have to use it.
Well, I can see its other applications now. I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, there were a few times in the level where you can like roll forwards and then like grapple onto sections, but it's not really necessary. I do feel like they could have used that a bit more, really, you know. Right. The foreground parallax is kind of annoying, actually.
Yes, in this one it definitely
In this
is.
bit. Oh shit.
Use a special move, might take them all out. Yeah, there we go. That fucking worked.
Shit.
Oh, 1 health. Jump it, jump it.
I don't know why I just flew up there.
You hit it.
Did I?
Yeah.
It must have been off screen a bit when I did it. This is where I admit that I haven't actually completed this game before.
Nice.
But I have gotten to, I think, the second from last part of this, so, and we have got unlimited continues.
No. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, go the other direction. Ah! Oh. What hit me? What hit me?
Don't know. Missiles.
Missiles. No, sticking bombs about.
Yeah. I think it kills it faster like this, but
Yeah,
it's
but you're
dangerous.
more safe to kill it
Yeah.
with bombs because you're taking out multiple things at the same time. Nice, you definitely hit that then.
Oh!
1 hit.
It was. I needed to do a down attack. That was what finished it.
Nice. Hey! Shit. Okay. Whoa. Oh, come on. No, okay, I'm not going to try it anymore. Oh, those brown lines are quite difficult to see. You can do it. 1, 2. Oh, 1 up as well.
Well, as I did my stage. Oh god, it's one of these ones.
Oh, it stopped. That's it.
Oh shit.
Nice. Yeah, well done. Didn't jump. Didn't jump. There's the... Oh, one up! One up!
It'll be back beginning.
Ah!
Right, well, it's not the beginning anyway, so we can get this done. We can do it. We're getting better
5
each
and
time.
1 now, though. We're on 5 and 5. If you start early, then you get the drop on it. Nice. Nice. Didn't even think about doing that.
What was that?
No!
Oh, shit.
Hit the wall! Hit the wall! Hit the wall! Hit the wall!
It took a lot of hits, that bleeding wall.
Oh, this is taking a lot of time as well. You've only got 90 seconds left. You can just jump straight up, I reckon, and you'll just land straight back on it, or near enough. Top. Yes!
Right.
Last, is that it? Oh! Amano Ikazuchi. What have I already proved that I'm not very good at? Okay. Oh, right, okay.
Hit the faces, I think.
Hit the faces?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah, I see the faces.
And use the moves up as well while you can't hit him.
Oh, 5 lives still.
Reminds me of the boss on Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, under the water level on the first one, where you're like climbing up before you drown.
Yes.
I wonder if this section just keeps going on and on until you die or kill it.
I hope so.
Well, there is a time limit anyway, I guess so, isn't there?
Yeah. There's so much distance in between the platforms there. Oh, he's got a shoot out, mate. Dodged one. We're going to go all the way back to the fucking start, aren't we?
Yep. You pricks.
No, that's
I'm about to die, aren't I?
Yeah. It's GG. Oh, you got them. Some of them. I think there's one still alive on the right hand side.
I ain't got no health though, have I?
True. That was good. Oh.
That was bad.
Help! Help!
I forgot I had to duck.
You forgot how to duck.
I forgot I had to.
Special aim, I needed that. Health! Right, now we've got a chance. Oh, Christ.
My thumb is starting to hurt from all of this. Oh God, he's off, isn't he? 14's 13.
It'd be alright if it wasn't on the same button. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You nearly caught up.
We needed to keep more of those moves that destroy everything on screen.
Yeah, that seems legit. Oh, I've got to go against the wall.
Oh, you're not doing too
Don't
bad,
say it.
Go on.
Like I've got nowhere to go.
Can you use the special move?
That's not fair.
We took too
I
long.
just made it.
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah, you are.
I didn't even realise
Oh,
that.
no, you're not. Right, you're there. Look. Sword. Just pause it and change the sword. That's it. There we go. Get. Hit.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
That wasn't dangerous, that one. Comes us up now, we've got 20 seconds. We've got to about 15 seconds, that's it.
All over, man.
Yeah.
Game over.
Take it like a man. You got the extra life, though.
They took quite a lot of hits, those ones at the top.
No! Oh, shit.
about doing it fast there, isn't it? Nice one, you're already up there.
Ah, damn, never mind. Okay, no worries. No need to rush. Or mouth opening. Shit, one life. I'm gonna die. It's not gonna be pretty. That one's dead, on the left hand side. Right, come on, I've caught up from further back, so I need to stay on the right if I can.
Come on.
What?
Oh,
no!
Fucking hell. Oh.
Don't you activate! Take that motherfucker! Fucking die!
Calm down. Nice one.
Yes! Wow! Oh, that is satisfaction right there.
Quite a tense boss fight.
Ooh. To be honest, it's not actually that difficult a fight, but it's the getting to it.
It's the beginning, isn't it? I think.
If you get past that beginning, you get those heads done real quick, you really catch up.
Well, then you're okay. If you're on the back burner, you're screwed because you're constantly trying to catch up with it.
Also, I was very lucky with the activations of some of those flaming heads.
Some of them are
Don't you activate!
Some of them are about to shoot just at that very second kind of thing, weren't
Oof. Yeah, look, everything's overgrowing. And he's just staying there because his job is done. So what did you think of the game then, Rich?
I think it's one of the best action games on the Super Nintendo, definitely. It's got a lot of great set pieces in it. The graphics and the art design I quite like as well. It's got sort of like a cyberpunk aesthetics going on, you know, futuristic style. But it's sort of also, it's futuristic, but it's also sort of like ancient Japanese amalgamation, you know, of the two.
That's very popular though, isn't it, in popular culture, where you get the ancient shinobi and then being made into a cyborg. It's quite a popular.
But it's like some of the robot monsters are sort of like demons, that are robotic demons kind of faces, you know. I mean, they're just reminiscent of old Japanese artwork, but just like you know, futurised
23rd century, something like that. Yeah.
So I think it's a good action game. I think obviously it's quite derivative of Shinobi 3, I would say. It takes a lot of the sort of moves, and I think that it doesn't quite flow as well as Shinobi 3. You can't hit someone, then change that into a different attack, then change that into a different attack whilst running forwards like you can in Shinobi 3. You can just constantly be moving forwards attacking in that game, whereas this is more sort of, because of the nature of the moves, you've got to like, right, I'm going to move left to this position, then I'm going to time it from this point, and then wait for it to do a move, then hit the enemy. So it kind of interrupts the flow, but there is some satisfaction in pulling off a move. There's probably more satisfaction in pulling off one of those somersault moves in this than a lot of the moves in Shinobi 3.
Especially when one of the bosses would take 20 odd hits if you're doing it normally, but then you can one-shot it if you land that perfect move just right. There's a lot of satisfaction to that.
That is an element that's sort of rewarding. Obviously, if you play the game hundreds of times, then you're going to work out all the positions and timings, and you can speed run it. It's quite suitable for speed running, I'd say, this game. But I feel like some of the moves aren't implemented as well as they could be. I would like there to be sections of the levels which require you to change between weapons a bit more, that are perfectly designed so that they would use the weapons, you know. I feel like the sword is generally the most useful. I feel like the grappling hook was underutilised throughout most of the game.
Definitely underutilised, yeah.
So I feel like this is a fantastic action game with great art design, but I feel like maybe they could do with polishing up the gameplay slightly. You know, they could just implement some of these moves, like I said. And I feel like it's a bit derivative of Shinobi 3, and it doesn't flow quite as well as I would like to. But it's a fantastic game.
It did feel like some of the somersault moves were just put in there just to be there, you know.
But so, what kind of score do you reckon you're going to give it then?
Well, I mean, let's see what it stacks up to. I mean, we've been mentioning Shinobi a lot.
Yeah, other action games you've got. Gunstar Heroes would have come out a year before, sort of different type of game.
No, I don't think you can compare those two. They're two very separate games.
They're in the same genre, but they're very different.
That's all that they have together.
And things like Contra Hardcore and stuff. that possibly came out the same year. Again, that's a run and gun game, whereas this is more of a slash.
I think I am going to compare it to Shinobi because they are extremely similar.
Shinobi 3, I feel it probably is better than this in some ways and not in others, but at the end of the day this is derivative of it, and it came out a year after Shinobi 3.
I think Shinobi's better just because of that, and I just prefer Shinobi in general, so I'm probably going to give this a 4.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think I'd give this a 4 as well. Fantastic game. A lot of that just could do with a bit more polishing in the gameplay, but even then the gameplay is fantastic as well. I think it's close to a 5 out of 5. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that, but it's just not quite there. It's not quite one of the greatest in its genre, I would say.
Okay, guys, so that's Hagane for this week. Really enjoyed the game. Just need a little bit more refinement for my liking.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so we will see you next week with another game. Take care.
See ya.